What up, people? Welcome to another episode of A Drink and a Game. I am your esteemed host, I should say, Dre, aka BK Brawler 537. You can catch me online with that tag. But as usual, I tell people, let me know you're listening to the podcast before you just add me because I will automatically reject you if I don't know who the fuck you are. Other than that, I'm here with my boy James 2 weeks in a row, and this is actually last minute. This man has got in here to help me out because I lost my last guest, last minute, who forgot that they were going to be on with me. So I really appreciate him for being here. On top of that, I told him he didn't even have to drink because it was so last minute, and my man still brought out a damn drink for the show. So props to that. Cheers to that. What are you drinking in there today? Is it the
Got
same from
ourselves
last
a
week?
nice Tito's vodka. Okay,
Tito's vodka.
the
And
most healthiest I can get.
Gotcha. I got like two things. Usually, I'm always doing some type of whiskey or something and a beer. Today, I got me a bourbon, a smooth ambler. So let's crack that bottle open for those who can see it. And then for my beer, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. It's a lake lager, but it's Bierstad Hellas. One of those two things. I hope I'm saying it right. So
I don't
yeah,
think you
man.
are.
Yeah, cheers to you being on. Take a little hit of this. Mm. And then, let's get into this stuff. So, as usual, we always get in this show is about for those joining for the first time, talking games. We just talk about what we've been playing. And then sometimes we stick to the topic and sometimes we go places with it. So that's the type of show this is. People just chilling, chatting at a damn bar and talking shit about drinks and games and times life. And before we started the show, me and James were just talking, not to put you on the spot, but he's losing a lot of weight, and he's proud that he's slimming down, no longer has a double chin and all that shit, even though I barely even noticed it. So, since you've been doing, how's that journey been going for you? Because I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum right now, man. So, how's that journey been
Well,
going
you've always been a very thin,
for
sensual man that I've known.
you?
Um, it's been. I think COVID has definitely been hard on a lot of people.
Yes.
When you really I think back to it, you knew me growing up. I biked to work every day. I always did that. COVID, I bought a car.
Oh,
And
you did it.
let's drive everywhere. Let's go camping and then glamping. And then we start deciding how we enjoy life and all these little things. And I enjoyed life so much, so much that I ended up weighing myself 2 weeks ago and I weighed 265, which is crazy because I've never looked my weight. I always look either big or small, one or the other. Yeah, I ended up just really deciding to buckle down and
More dieting and shit.
I literally get up at 4 a.m., go to the gym, and I eat 1,500 calories, which is basically a piece of chicken and a lot of broccoli. So it's not fun, but the way I'm looking at it is it's like, just keep doing the right thing for a while, get back to the weight that I want to be at, and then moderation it all. Really, so to everybody out there who is challenging themselves, just keep challenging yourself. It sucks a lot. And then it was like my gym experience today. I didn't get to go in the morning, and I left the gym. I got out of work and I got to the gym at 5 o'clock, and you wouldn't know it was a pandemic.
Yeah, there's a lot of people still
So
up
I
in
was
there.
like, well, I'm not going to stay here this long, and it sucked because it was just depressing to see everybody's wearing masks, but you got to realize you're in a fucking gym and I always forget I'm allowed to curse, and then I feel like I shouldn't curse.
Yeah, you can curse on this show. Trust me.
No, but that's the corporate in me, don't do it. But then, and then I was in the gym, and it's like, but you have to realize how much you are breathing, and people don't get it. And so that's why I try to get there at 5 o'clock in the morning every freaking time.
Yeah.
So to everybody out there dieting, Keep it up. It's worth it, I
So
guess.
Bernie, this guy's an inspiration now, And Tim says, congrats. Of course, Tim, what up, man? Thanks for joining in. And
Thanks, Tim.
Fernando,
Appreciate that.
Fernando is here. He's
Ooh,
got the
what's up,
cooch.
Fernando? How you doing, brother?
Fernando, thanks for tuning in, my man. We just talking about a little bit of life before we get into these games right now. James is losing weight. I still look skinny here and there, but my wife says I'm getting fat. Like it's come to the point where she's rubbing my belly every time I go to bed. Is these fucking beers I'm drinking every day.
Yeah.
She's grabbing my chest, talking about I got titties now and all this crap. So it's getting there for me, I guess. My dad bod is coming in, but I hear nowadays that's what the ladies like, right? I think a lot of women are talking about they want that goddamn dad bod, and she loves all the gray hair that's coming into my
Right?
damn facial stuff. I don't want that shit, but she seems to love it, man.
Yeah,
But
it comes down to the people who get, it's funny because it's like my wife is the thin one. She's like, I'm beautiful. Yeah, but I'm still fucking fat.
well, it ain't that bad. It could be worse. It always could be worse.
It really could be worse.
And as usual, guys, if anybody's here drinking with us right now, always drop your drinks and whatever game you guys have been playing lately, because we're about to hop up in that right now. I guess since I usually have more to talk about, I'll bring up one thing. I don't know, because this game is coming to Xbox soon, and I know back in the days when we were working with each other, used to be all up in all the Steam sales and shit. And this game is called Second Extinction, and it's like another Left 4 Dead with dinosaurs. Except with Left 4 Dead, I feel like it's possible to actually make it through a level by yourself. This
Yeah.
game is 4 players co-op, and you can't play this shit by yourself. You most definitely can't. And I've talked about this game. Thanks for that.
Thanks, Fernando.
You can't see the whole image of me. I gotta hide my body now. But
Well, last time my room looked pretty, and it's like I just threw everything into the bed, and I'm like, get this shit out of the way.
That's why I have to have this shitty background sometimes, guys. Like I get a green screen and stuff to put up, but like I'm in my son's room, and sometimes it's a hassle to get your 12-year-old to fold all their clothes. And clean up their damn bed so you could do your damn podcast before he goes anywhere. But it is what it is. But Second Extinction, Left 4 Dead type game, except for dinosaurs, 4 different classes. Like I only played with 2 of them. One, I brought this up before on another pod, where this girl, she uses a LMG like machine gun. Her powers is basically also to heal, and she's like the tank of the group. And then this other guy, he has she also has traps she can lay out and stuff to like your dinosaurs run through it, and then they like blow up. It's like some Horizon Zero Dawn shit. Those damn traps used to put on one stone and then put on the other side and shit like that. It's a fun, very fast pace. You will be overwhelmed quickly. I've only played it twice though because it's very overwhelming. Tim, I think you will like this one, man. If you get on the PC, man, you let me know. We gonna hop on that shit.
That's all right. I'll pick it up.
We gotta try it out because I need people to play with when it comes to that shit.
It's funny. All I'm thinking about right now is Turok now.
Yeah,
we're gonna get dinosaurs, and that's the only game that I think about.
Mm-hmm. It's a mix of Turok and Left 4 Dead put together. Basically, they would have a baby. Like Mad King just said, what up, Fred? He is coming to Game Pass. So if you wait, we don't even have to pay. Do you still got your Xbox? You still play on your Xbox?
Yeah, no, I still have my Xbox. It was my PlayStation that broke. I had a leak in the house. Yeah, no, that's why I'm just waiting to get a PS5, but that's like I'm not gonna rush. I have no time in life anyways right now. I could have
sworn you had one already. I thought you had a PS5. That's surprising.
Right? But you know what it was? It was funny too because I just ironically still saying I talked to when I was talking to Alex. There was no reason in my head. Like there was no there was no game that was like, oh my god, I have to have this.
Yeah.
And honestly, and I got because of Assassin's Creed. That's why I really didn't get it because I just had it on because I have the Xbox One X. So it was like.
I put my 1X in the living room now so my son could play down there when I'm in his room playing because I got the big Sony TVs upstairs. I don't share them with the guests. So it's like I got the 900H in his room and then the 850C from back when we worked for
Hey,
Sony
hey.
inside my wife's room and the twins because the kids don't consider it my room anymore because they're always in it and I'm always in my son's room. So they're like, it's mommy's room, it's not your room. And to answer your question, Fred, I'm drinking a smooth Ambler, a bourbon, and James's vodka soda right now.
Vodka, just straight.
Oh, the vodka? Oh shit! So
This is just straight vodka.
y'all, oh
I have no
shit!
time.
I can never drink that much vodka at one time, just straight up. It has to be mixed with something. And
Mixed
I've
with
been going
ice.
on a streak. I'll tell you guys something for the first time in a long time, guys. I was at the bar all weekend since Friday up to last night. Ordered the fight. We was in there till after 1 in the morning. Yesterday watching the All-Star game. Friday the wife went the kids to their grandparents' house, so I had to take advantage. And I'm just like, I said I wasn't gonna drink a lot. And then yesterday I'm at the bar, and anytime I tasted a shot or swallowed anything that even remotely gave me a hint of alcohol in it, I felt sick as shit. Like, I don't even know how I'm drinking now, but it's just Dre. But this is the week of my birthday. So it's like I have to, I just got to suck it all up Thursday. I'm going to be at the bar Thursday. Then another thing on Saturday. I'm partying twice this week, and so it's going to be those who know me. Y'all know where to find me. I'll be at that place. It's going to be a party this weekend. But yeah, turning the big 32, and I'm
That's it.
start. I know, yep, only two. Yep, I'm
I
getting.
turned 35 this year. Oh
Oh
gosh,
man, hey, it ain't that bad, but I'm making it look bad. Yep, I'm making it look bad.
making it look
My
bad.
bartender, she's so pissed off at me. She's like yelling at the bar, like, "Can you guys believe Dre isn't drinking? Like, this is not the Dre we know." Like, she's cursing me out at the bar and everything, embarrassing me in front of everybody. But at least I'm such a regular; everybody knows who the fuck I am. So
It's a
they
good.
know.
Yeah, no. What's your bar?
It's Watley's Bar and Grill. It's on Newkirk Avenue in Brooklyn. So anybody who never been there, you guys got to try it out. Tim was there with me last week for his birthday. We went up in there, had a few good
Happy
drinks.
belated, Tim.
Yeah, and then thanks, Fred. Still got some more time, but I know I'll get that message or call from you soon. Oh yeah. With that said, because my birthday's on Thursday, we're either gonna pause on the Gamerish Network podcast this week, people, or Fred and Felice might do it by themselves. So just so you guys know, in case you don't hear from us. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about Second Extinction because I need someone to play with so I could talk more about the game because I played for about an hour and a half, couldn't get one objective done. Not one objective could be done by yourself. That's how fucking crazy that game is. But I love it and it looks beautiful on my computer. So that's why I kept playing it. I love the environments, but the levels are huge, bigger levels than Left 4 Dead. And yeah, so a lot to run away. I guess they had to do that because there's a lot of running. You're gonna be running a lot, so it's cool though. But Valheim, I had some more to say on that. I'm gonna save that for my next episode. But what you been playing, man? Give me something before I bring up my next game.
Since last week, I picked up the expansion pack on Pokemon, which
Okay.
I have to say, because of that expansion pack, I have fallen in love with trading online.
I've
Because
never done it with the new game.
Huh?
I have never traded with the new game. Only the random trade. I'll like
First of all, I've
put a comes back, but yeah.
No, it's so instantaneous. I'm literally trading with people from Japan. Like, oh, I'm getting like different nicknames I can't even read. But I officially have Charmander, Bulbasaur.
And that's what you was really looking to do.
No, because it's like I always said that you always want the starters, right? You just wish you could have the starters, right? So in Pokemon Sword, all I did was trade little characters of nothing, and all of a sudden, because you can pick surprise trade or ask for
Yeah.
trade.
I've only been doing surprise trades.
And that's it. And I literally have now everybody. I have all the starters for Sword and all the starters from Red from
Oh,
back in the day. So
what is your like? Because we never spoke about Pokemon. We haven't spoken about Pokemon in years. So,
I mean, yeah, I don't.
like, what do you like about these games that we couldn't get from the last ones that came out? Like, or even the improvements from Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. Like, what do you like? Because
Yeah,
we got that new game coming out, which looks like it's gonna be a fucking like wow. It looked like Breath of the Wild Pokemon edition,
yeah,
which I hope it actually is. But what do you really like about this game that we didn't get in other games?
yeah. I think definitely number one, the quality is great. Right. I mean, I think that the imagery is nice. They just refine the characters. The worlds seem bigger.
Yeah, we can see the Pokemon now.
Yeah, like you can see what you're gonna go at. You can kind of avoid them. So there's a little bit of it. I just wish that they just don't go enough compared to the way the world works and like all these other games that are
Yeah.
stylish in that sense of battling what like again going into Final Fantasy games and you can see what you're about to fight. You can still be turn based and still put a lot more into it. But
Yeah.
like I
Let
hate that.
these Pokemon hit each other, like really hit each other.
Yeah, like why? Because this is what pisses me off about understanding coding is the fact that you're just copying and pasting, and you're not actually innovating in any way.
Yeah.
You are again like what Tim said last week. You are literally just reselling us what we already have with a different package, and this is kind of where it's like. And I'm not throwing companies' names out there, but it's the
Well,
opposite.
we say it all the time. It's a
Oh,
constant.
cool.
It's what
Perfect.
Nintendo does.
All right, no. But now going into companies like the difference between Android and
Oh,
Apple,
yeah.
right?
Hmm.
That's what drives me crazy is I am not an Apple fan because I don't feel like the company actually innovates. They copy and paste the
Yep.
product and overlay it.
I give
But
you
then,
guys something that Android users had two versions ago, and then call it new. Thanks,
exactly.
Felice.
But at the same time, Android, the companies, not Android, but the companies
Okay.
have now they're all doing the same thing. It was just like again, a friend of mine, and Stan. But either
Yeah.
way, he's like this. Should I get a new phone? My phone's messing up, and I'm just like, don't get a new phone. I was like, my S10 Plus broke. I cracked the screen, and I'm like, I refuse to spend $1,000 on another phone, even if I'm financing it. I finance my car, not my fucking phone. And I literally said to him, I went on like one of those like apps to buy stuff off people, and I ended up getting the Pixel phone, the 4A 5G version, and I'm still just as happy. The thing literally works perfect, and I'm like, all right, cool. So why do I waste all my money on this? And it's like that's kind of like how these games and like even like the world of Pokemon, the nostalgia for us is why we keep buying Pokemon.
Keep mine. Yep.
I will buy it over. I'm pretty sure in this stupid thing right here because I was literally playing it when you texted me, and I said to myself, I was like, I love the addiction of this game. It's perfect for on the train, right? And because of trading, that I now want to catch them all.
I got it. And it's like you say, it is perfect for the train. I realized ever since I stopped taking transportation when COVID started, I don't. I buy everything for the Switch, but I don't play it as much because I'm like I'm home. Like my Switch is usually I'm going. I take my Switch. I get more done on my Switch when I'm on vacation than I do when I'm at home all day.
Yeah.
Like for some reason, because it's just like I'm just used to using the Switch all the time. And when it comes to these Pokemon games, you say you're on the expansion, and I know a lot of people who liked it, but I was one of those people on the fence about it because I'm like the new area they gave you seems kind of small. You got to do like these little fetch quests to like move on the story, which I didn't appreciate at all. And as soon as like I couldn't find one item, like instead of going on YouTube or something to look it up, I'll just like, you know what? I got other fucking games to play right now, and I just stopped playing. Like I haven't even. I think I got the exclusive Pokemon because I got Shield, and I got the one fighting Pokemon. I forgot what it's called, and I did some of the challenges, and then I just paused because other shit started coming out, and I'm like, we're gonna get a new Pokemon game soon anyway. Let me see what happens. I'll get back on it when the next expansion comes out. 'Cause I think it's supposed to be one more expansion, maybe, unless that was the second one.
I think the one that I got, I think, has both.
Okay,
Has
yeah,
both
yeah, we paid for
packs.
both,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it gave us both already or if that was just one. If anybody in the chat knows if we've only gotten one or both of those Pokemon expansions, please let me know. If
I
Felice
mean,
says
it's
she's
two
checking,
islands, so I don't know if that helps. Because again, I,
yeah.
I
So
I buy off of whims. I literally I don't think about it. I said, oh, I already own Pokemon. I was like, oh, cool. Let me spend another $30 for absolutely nothing. But
yeah,
the
and I
worst,
just buy it from being an addict, as you all know.
that's it. That's pretty much it. And then, but the game, I say, I've enjoyed it. But then it was funny because it was the first time this happened. I
Mhm.
was able to go to the island, and I didn't realize that in this game, as you catch them, you keep leveling up.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that,
Mhm. I like
right?
that.
So I love that. But the problem was, I didn't go to any of the gyms yet, and I'm already at level 20. And all of a sudden, none of my Pokemon would listen to me other than my main character.
Wow,
And now I was
you're
like,
still
oh,
early in
shit.
this game.
No,
You
I restarted literally 2 days
Oh
ago.
man, I can't restart a Pokemon game. I could never restart a
But I
Pokemon.
I
It's too much
flew
work.
through it the first time, and that's what it was. It was like, and that was at the beginning of COVID, and it was like, all right, cool. And my train ride at that point was like an hour to work, and I was lazy as shit by that point, taking the bike. So
So, from you seen the Pokemon Arceus or Arceus, whatever the shit is called,
yeah,
what do you feel they need to improve on in this game? That they didn't do in the last one, the one you're playing now. What can you see better? 'Cause I know they got like the free form catching a Pokemon now. One now that's gonna work without having to weaken them or anything. But
yeah.
what do you think they could improve on? That's gonna make you not feel like this was another fucking copy and paste.
Well, right now, I still feel like it's a copy and paste because the code that I feel like they're using for it is just like when you get out of the towns, right? When you're in the field, because there's semi-open world in this Pokemon, right? You're
Yeah.
in an area that's fully open and you can go anywhere you want, right? So I just hope that I don't know, it's the little things that I'm hoping that they just say to themselves, like, again, giving character audio. Like, the only characters' voices that I have in my head are back from the cartoon with Ash. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? And it's the
Yeah.
American version. Even if you give me,
Nintendo doesn't want to spend money on voice actors unless it's
like,
like a purely anime type video game, like straight anime.
but that's my point. It's like, like there is something to adding that little bit of, like, honestly, I'd buy another fucking Pokemon just because I heard him say something in the commercial.
I know, right? That'll be good. I never really
Like,
thought
holy
it's
shit, they're
a
gonna
great
talk,
market.
and it's gonna be like the
Exactly.
first. It's gonna be like every RPG. It's the first beginning scenes,
Mhm.
writing for the rest of it.
Yeah, it's like playing Age of Calamity,
Yeah,
the Link game, and like all the characters have voices. Well, of course, instead of Link, and it's just like wow, like I never heard you guys talk so much before. So used to just hearing grunts and sounds and all Nintendo main franchise games that it's funny seeing all these characters talk in that game. I think one thing, say you was talking about how now with the way they're battling, we don't see the Pokemon actually hitting each other and stuff. I think if they're gonna do like this open world thing where they saw us like how we could throw with a Pokeball and just catch it
yeah,
now, why not have that our fucking Pokemon always be following us, whichever one we want out,
yeah,
and on the fly, we could just hit X and our Pokemon just start attacking. Set an attack move for each button on the controller. Here, use Ember if you press L1 or whatever they call it on the Switch.
yeah.
Use the Razor Leaf when I press Y. Like no circle, no screen, special screen you gotta go to. None of that shit.
Yeah.
It's straight up press a button and the Pokemon you have out just starts attacking. Like
Yeah,
that's real
that'd be
open
cool.
world shit right there. Like that's innovation. Innovation that Nintendo seems to, I bet they know it, but they refuse to give it to us. They're
But why
just too
it's
late.
it's like a car, right? Why it's we have electric cars, right? They
Mhm.
already know that. So if you have an electric car, right, and we know that solar power is the future, right? Why wouldn't you make the entire car out of solar panels?
Yep.
So like that's my point. Like the technology's there, they know it, and it's honestly, if Nintendo, I wish they would just team up with Square Enix
I
and
know.
just take the code for Final Fantasy. There's your Pokemon in the
Yeah,
corner.
exactly. It's funny you said
Start
that because I
sending
was
them out.
thinking that too. If they just use the Final Fantasy system, everything will be
That's it.
gravy. But
Buy
we're
the
probably
code.
gonna get a updated Pokemon and like two more Nintendo consoles. They're like, guess what, guys? No more screens, special screens to battle. Now you can actually hit each other. But before we give you guys that in a new Pokemon game, here's Pokemon Coliseum Part 3. Pokemon Stadium 3, before I
And it's
get
like,
eaten
here's
up.
what they look like if they actually battle. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Or like, and again, the quality. Like the greatest thing that I love about Nintendo is like as much as we want 4K and we like, it's not a necessity for what we actually want from Nintendo games. Like,
Mhm.
I would rather Nintendo never sell me any ports because I don't want. I was like, I don't want to play
If
Skyrim.
they can upgrade the next game and make it just as good as the
if
last, like
if you
we don't
want if you want to play Skyrim, then make the console play Skyrim, or
yeah,
Sony make a Switch version that attaches to your console, and then I'm happy too. Like that's the whole thing. Is it's like when we got the Switch, that's what the Wii U was supposed to be. Every one of us, when we bought the Wii U, we said to ourselves, "I'm pissed that I can't take this with me."
yeah.
That's what all of us wanted. The technology was there because the smartphones existed.
Mhm. And Fred says, Mad King says, I think they should split the franchise, give the people that don't want change the remakes, and people who want something new gets that. It's a win-win. They could do that. Well, they could do. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Nintendo's all about the money before they care about giving the people what they want. They know that we're all about nostalgia when it comes to Nintendo. They've trained us this way. This is how they've raised us and bred us. That their whole console's concept is nostalgia. Nintendo could come out with that 4K Nintendo thing, and then they every single game we got on the Switch already, they'll re-release it in 4K, and we're gonna buy the fucking game over again. And Nintendo's gonna be there laughing their asses off at us, like, look at these fucking idiots. They bought the fucking game again just because we updated the graphics. Which is what we do now. But still, like it'll be literally the same system, and we'll go trade in our Nintendo Switches, go get their new one, which they're gonna make an even bigger profit on because we're just switching out their console for their console, and they're gonna laugh at us because we did it just for a graphical upgrade, which we already have on three other consoles, well, PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. But because we want to see Mario in 4K, we went and bought a whole new console just to see the same fucking Mario game in fucking 4K. Fucking crazy. But it's the way of the world now. But since we're on Nintendo, though, I meant to ask you, did you try out Project Triangle Strategy?
I have not. No. What is
Uh,
that?
I wonder. It's like it's a RTS. Like it doesn't have a name yet, so that's why they call it Project Triangle. It looks like what you call Final Fantasy Tactics mixed with
That's it. I already want it.
you don't like the tactics
Oh
games?
no,
Oh,
I love tactic style. Like anything RPG that's like again still turn based style. Anything where
you're
you're
tired of
in a
that shit.
puzzle. I will. And the worst part is I probably won't ever finish any of the games either. Like
Yeah,
I start them and never like honestly, like Hades is the reason I bought that game is because you guys talked about it last week and I looked it up and I didn't even know Super Giant because I loved, like everything about Super
games.
Giant, like their style and
Mhm.
quality. I was like, it is great. And again, copy and paste. What was it?
Uh,
Transistor, right?
Which one? What was that?
What was Supergiants before that? Their PS4 launch was it Transistor or
Transistor.
right with the female?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I remember that game.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's the same
I
game.
think I played it right. Yeah.
Half the look is the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they literally took the same characters. But like that is probably the first time I'm gonna love, and I don't know the name of it, of a die repeat game. Those kind of games,
Damn, I was just about to say it to somebody. Help me, what's the name of these? Oh, roguelike game. Yeah, it's a
yeah.
roguelike.
But
There we
again,
go.
like I hate games that like you put so much into it and then you die and then you start over again. Like that drives me crazy.
And
But this
that's how I knew it was a good game because I didn't, for once, I didn't care that I kept dying because I felt something new was going to happen every single time anyway.
exactly, but
You
the way the it's so organic
know?
and just the way that it just bleeds off into you when you're playing it, it's like you're getting a different god. And if you talk to everybody, if you don't talk to anybody, then it's boring. You're just gonna run
Yeah, you
around.
gotta talk to people so they can make fun of how much you've died and all
Exactly.
that shit. Like it's good. So what's your favorite weapon so far been? The spear, shield?
So I was using the sword
Mm-hmm.
pretty much the first because I just started again today on the train and I was playing with it and I was like, oh man, this is really fun. This is great. And I bought the bow and arrow and I didn't understand how the game was working yet. And I'm just like this. And I didn't even go out into the field with the bow and arrow. I just was like practicing on the dummy. And I was like, no. I'm going to take the sword back. And I just got the shield. And
I
that's
love the shield.
pretty dope. The
Shield
shield.
and spear are my two favorites, and I thought the shield was going to be the worst weapon out of all, but
It's
shield's pretty powerful.
Yeah, it's definitely holding up nice. And then I just wish there was the understanding of like when you find really cool powers. What I like is it is different every time,
Yeah,
but it's like once you find something that's working for you, you then lose it, and then now all of a sudden the next time you go back out, it's like something else, and you got to figure it out. And you're
yeah.
like, oh, I don't know how to work this one.
And the more buffs you get, because you get different power ups as you're going on. So it's like, all right, you're so used to this one giving off this much damage or throwing out extra
Yeah.
bolts of electricity, and now you lose that because you died and shit. But that game is fun, man. It's been the one game where you actually have the option to make it easier whenever if you keep dying. And I actually, for someone who loves playing his games on easy, I have yet to put the easy mode on that damn game and just try and run through it because I haven't beat it yet. And talk about other games, we were talking about strategy games I'm at the end of and I can't finish yet. It's fucking Fire Emblem, the last one, Three Houses that came out. I'm
Yeah,
still
it's the only
trying
one I
to.
haven't bought. I haven't bought that
Oh,
yet.
you need to buy it, man. It's good, but I still haven't finished that fucking game, and I regret that. I gotta get on my Switch, and there's so much on my Switch. Cause my Switch, like I said, it's like every Nintendo exclusive. I just buy it and then I put my Switch away and I'm back on my Xbox or PlayStation after like playing the game for like 2-3 hours and just hope that eventually I get the energy or the conscious mind to go back and pick the Switch back
What
up.
was it yesterday? Oh, so yesterday I was telling my wife was the best day of our our marriage because this is exactly why. Is because I wanted to do absolutely nothing, and normally we can't do nothing because it's like I'll play a video game, but like there'll be conversations, something's gonna happen. Like there's this mesh that
He
happens.
sits down and watches you play?
No, so no, I've reset. So I have a very small apartment, but you know me and TVs. So I basically built. So I have a 65-inch in the bedroom, and I got a 65-inch in the living room. I have the same sound system in both. So I don't care which one I'm in, and I have everything wired to each network, so I can be in either room and play whichever console I want.
Oh,
So I don't really
that's
have
something
to.
you would do. That's definitely something you would do.
That's it. Wait till you see my Jeep when I'm done. Oh my God, I got a projector on it. So now we can go camping and play video games off the car.
Yeah, I gotta come over there and check out this new setup. Haven't been to your house in a few years.
That's it. But so so what she fell in love with Sims on her phone, and my wife played Sims I think for 6 hours on her phone.
Not her phone. You could have put it on Game Pass and downloaded it for her.
next to me while I was playing Pokemon on the TV. And I was like, this is the best day ever.
I know. I always tell Mad King he has it good that his wife sits there and plays Call of Duty with him every night and stuff. Like the last time my wife played games with me, like legitimately was before my twins were born, and I thought we were gonna make it through all the Halo games before the twins were born. We couldn't even make it through Halo 1. So I hear her saying shit outside the door right now because she's
Just
talking.
knocking.
Yeah.
But how do you? So here's my question to you. Then so how do you feel about trying to explain to teach somebody how to play a game?
Gosh, it's a double-edged sword, man. Because it's like if they get it, it's so much greater for you. But at the same time, sometimes it's hard because let's say my son growing up, it was easy teacher because when he was like 2 years old, my son got his first Game Boy. He's playing his Mario games, grew up
Yeah.
on Mario and everything.
So you
And
did
then
it the smart way, because if you can play Mario, you can play anything.
you start where I started. I started with Mario here. You start with Mario. Then it's like by the time he was old enough to like start playing, I'm not gonna say that he was old enough to play the rated M games and stuff, but I put him on like GoldenEye, not GoldenEye. I mean, I'm talking about GoldenEye. That's before he was even born. Nowhere close to it. What was it? I think we were on Xbox One. I believe he started playing Halo with me, and he learned how to play. I told him like, "This is how you turn. This is how you move." But when I got frustrated, what I would do is I would say, "Here, I'm going to the bathroom. You finish this level while I'm in the bathroom." By the time I came back a few times later, he had to do it by himself. He learned how to move by himself, and then Gears of War really helped him too when it came to learning how to move around on the thing. So yes, people, your kids, if you have kids growing up, try to play shooters with them. Gears of War, I highly recommend. I don't know if you can filter out the language, but my kid is good. He knows not to emulate anything you see on TV. It's that simple. And then yeah, and then so next thing you know, my son's like playing Grand Theft Auto and all of that crap, and and he just knows his game. Now he's like a master builder in Fortnite and protects me all the damn time. Like I was telling you guys, like I
Oh
do
my god!
shooting, he's protecting me. He's like, Dad, when you're healing, you're supposed to build around yourself. I'm like, well, when I'm healing, you build around me then, like teamwork, right? Like, I don't do this little master. I'm too old for this mastercraft building now. Your father could barely finish his damn beers,
I'm
and
an Abe's Odyssey kind of guy. That's
man,
it. I want to go left and right. But it was
that's
funny that you were saying your son. My father, he remarried, so my little brother is about 10 now, and I got him when he was trying to learn. What was it? Because my parents were like, my father was against him getting video games, and I was like, that ain't gonna last that long. The kid's gonna
yeah,
see it at school, and then that's it.
exactly. Once they see us at school, like
And
they're gonna come home and nag all the time.
so what I did was I still had an old PS1 in my closet. And I gave him his first game that he ever got to play. The first two was Crash Bandicoot
Hmm.
and Tomb Raider.
My son is now playing Crash Bandicoot with this new one. Actually, my twins played Crash before my
The
son
new
ever
one's
played.
hard. It ain't easy.
Yeah, and we
I got
play
you.
in multiplayer mode. We play 3 players, and we take turns. I got to stream it one day playing Crash with my twins because they're learning it. Even though when they die, they think it's funny,
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's not funny because we gotta start this over again. But they think it's funny if you watch us playing
We
Super
only died
Mario.
70 times. No,
Yeah,
you're not supposed to.
yeah, they just
Whereas
laugh.
I'm sitting there and it's like I tried playing Crash Bandicoot while my wife was sleeping next to me, right? And after the level 2, you start getting the rage. And you're just like,
Yeah.
I almost felt like I wanted to tie my remote to the couch because I was afraid I was going to chuck it at the TV.
Yeah, I don't know why I felt like the game was going to be easy. Like, part of me forgot how tough Crash was back in the day. And I'm just like, I'm an adult now. It's probably easier now that I'm an adult compared to when I was younger in middle school or grade school playing Crash. When so that's why I'm just like, oh, and we could do past the control and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
first world was easy for us. We got through it. My kids barely died, but once we got to the next world, and you had to start doing teleportation tricks and things swapping places and all of that.
You got to be a multitasker.
Yeah, and it's just like I had to make sure that every time it was my go, that I make sure that I beat the level, because if they couldn't get through it, then I knew I'll just have to listen to them laughing in my face the whole damn time, and I'm just like, we got to get through this level, And then since it's three of us, every time I die, I gotta wait for two kids to play and die and laugh about it before I could finally memorize where they went wrong and get through each level by
That's so
myself.
funny. I think you should. Did you get them to try Abe's Odyssey yet?
No, they never not because they got the new one coming out. So maybe when that one comes, they
Well,
tried.
get them to the remake of Oddworld, the first one.
Okay.
It's so good.
Yeah, because it's side scrolling, so I think they can do that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Police says yes. Crash is hard. And yes, my kids do troll me. Whenever I die, they think it's the funniest thing. The Daddy, you died, like
you're building your life on this.
Yeah, they love seeing me crash in racing games. They love seeing me get frustrated if I get losing in sports games. Like my kids just love seeing me.
Well, lose. They don't know what it's like to play for 5 hours and forgot that you didn't save.
Oh yeah, they don't know that.
They don't know that. They don't know what memory card malfunctions is really like.
Man, their life is just picking up my Switch or their Switch, playing Animal Crossing, digging up a whole lot of holes around the place, and just calling it a day. That's their life, and that's why I can't even go back on my island anymore, because my island, it looks like crap. It's full of holes. There's roaches in my house. There's fruits.
I'm trying to get my wife to play Animal Crossing.
Yeah. Oh, she hasn't gotten on that, man.
Well, she doesn't play video. That's the problem. Is she plays literally Mario, Mario World, the side-scrolling version. She plays Mario Kart, and now Sims, which I may get her on the PC at one point. But I think because Stan's girlfriend plays Animal Crossing, so I think I'm gonna get her that and get her on it. But I'm also afraid that there has to be somebody in this family that's not addicted to video games. So I feel like keeping my wife off of them is probably better for the safety of this family.
My wife only likes to play anything she feels that she could beat me in. So Puyo Puyo, Tetris, she'll play that against me. Luminous, Mario Kart, because Mario Kart is a staple for women. It's like when women say they great at games, you ask any woman in the world, what game are you good at? And the first game that's going to come out their mouth
is Mario Kart.
Yeah, Mario Kart is the first game they're going to say they can whoop our ass in. And so, yeah, I think, and my wife, when we first started dating, and I remember when she's like, let's play Mario. I got Mario Kart at my house. At this point in time, like, the latest Mario Kart was out on I think the, what was it? When did Mario Kart 8 come out? That was the Wii?
It came out, no, 8 came out on the 3DS.
That was 3DS?
7, the 7 was on the Wii.
All right, so like the newest one was out. And I'm here ready to play it. I think Switch was out already, and Mario Kart 9 was out on Switch. And she called me out to her house to play Mario Kart. And I'm like, all right. And I'm here thinking she got a Switch or something, and she pulls out the fucking Nintendo Wii controller. I'm like, the fuck is this? I don't go back. I don't go back. And she had the damn controller peripheral. And I'm like, I don't use this shit. I'm like, I'm gonna use the regular control. And she was using that shit. She beat me with that shit. And I was like, how the fuck do I lose to someone using peripherals? Like,
it's funny because I think back to Mario Kart 2 is when my first year when I was dating my wife. We were married after 2 months anyway, so it didn't matter. But we go to a bar, and they actually had a Nintendo 64 with Mario Kart hooked up. And because I feel we've gotten so good at playing a better quality, we suck at playing shitty quality.
Older ones, yeah.
So now it's like, so when we were driving in Nintendo 64, you're going like that. You're going at like 5 miles an hour. You're like, all right.
And there's no drift and all that stuff.
There's nothing. And it's like when today I went to my older sister's and I brought Mario Kart because she thinks she's the best at it. So I literally gave her and my wife a full lap just to prove a point because they were like this. They were like, "We're gonna beat you." I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm gonna give you guys one lap ahead of me, and I will still beat you." And I literally made it around. If it wasn't for all those boosts, there was no possibility. But it was hysterical to watch happen.
That was good time, man. Even I still think a good Mario Kart though was Mario Kart Double Dash. That one surprised me how good Double Dash was back in the day. I think a lot of us forget about Double Dash, and I think
I
that's
know
what
that one.
Nintendo. See, look at that. Nintendo wants this though, because now that we're bringing it up, that there's someone out there who hasn't played Mario Kart Double Dash. There's someone out there who just remembered Mario Kart Double Dash. I think it's time for a remake.
I don't know. Tim brought it up last week. Diddy
You
Kong
know?
Racing was the shit. I
Oh yeah,
loved it.
oh man,
I
Diddy Kong
love Diddy
Racing,
Kong
man. Yeah,
Racing.
we gotta get that's something we could get a remake of or a sequel of because they haven't rehashed Diddy Kong Racing at all since N64. Like we don't have it anywhere. I don't know
Did you
how much
play?
money it made. Huh?
Did you end up playing what the Crash Bandicoot Racing one?
No, I never got into Crash Racing.
It
Never
was
got.
actually just as hard as Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, I heard it was very technical. I never got
Yeah, it
into
wasn't. It wasn't a
They
Mario
remade it.
Kart at all.
Yeah, because that's what everybody was expecting was another Mario Kart type game. Another game I've been playing, trying to finish right now. Well, this will be my last game I'm gonna talk about is the medium. Like I finally reached a point in the medium of that well Freddie, what you say nobody wants? DD
Yeah,
Kong
what
Racing?
game? Which one is
Yeah,
it?
what
We
game?
said 5 games in a
Could
row.
yeah, I think DD Kong Racing is a game people want. You know, it's definitely a game people will
I'm gonna
want.
say he's. I'm gonna say he's about to say Crash Bandicoot Racing.
You know, nah, but they already remade Crash. I think he's
I
talking
know.
about Diddy Kong or Double Dash. You know, but it can't be Double Dash. He
No,
say
yeah,
D.
yeah,
He never played
no,
it. He
Diddy
never
Kong
played
was
it.
good.
So. Yes, Diddy Kong Racing was just as good as Mario Kart.
So many secret little directions you
Yeah,
could
all
go.
those secret hideouts and shit.
Go through the what's it called? The first was the second level. You go through
With the
the
lava, the lava.
Tyrannosaurus Rex's
Oh yeah.
head.
hmm
Yeah,
Hey, you could be in a plane, you could be in a car, you could be
it
on a
was fun.
motorcycle. Diddy Kong Racing, very underrated
It's
game.
basic. It's actually exactly what Mario Kart is today. You
Yeah,
have all those different things now.
yeah, but hey, what can we do? Like Nintendo isn't gonna listen to this
We have to
podcast.
suck the tit.
You know, yeah, Nintendo's not gonna listen to this podcast, but I bet you if we play a Mario game while we're playing this podcast, Nintendo will find out a drink in the game exists. And I will get a cease and desist letter in 3 days tops.
I showed the back of it, and now
I
they
know.
want.
They're gonna
Now
like, yeah,
they're.
show the
That's it.
back of the Nintendo Switch during
Next
the
thing you know,
podcast.
Adidas is upset. We got to cover the Adidas
Oh
sign.
man. Nintendo is gonna come at me soon. Like, who is this guy that you fucking playing game talking about games with showing our system off and shit. You know, but the medium.
Medium.
Xbox Live game. I don't know if you played it. New little horror game. It's like old school Resident Evil meets Silent Hill. You know,
Okay.
except that it's not as scary. You know, which I guess is why I'm interested and fucking keep going. But yeah, praise any publicity is good publicity. Just saying.
There's no lawsuits.
Yeah, no, as long as there's no lawsuits. But yeah, like the medium right now, I'm finally reaching a point in this game where I wanted it to be. Because I told people if I'm going to finish this game, it's going to be because of the story. And the story is finally getting to this point. Like I'm playing with, spoiler, sorry, but I'm playing with someone that's not the girl in the beginning. You switch up, you're playing with somebody else. The cut scenes are now longer. Crazy shit's happening. People getting killed now. I'm like, this is what I wanted to see. A story, you know, because most of the game, it's like you're playing and then she's talking a lot. Then something just happens, lasts like 3 seconds, then you're back into the gameplay loop. I'm the type of guy I like to see more. You know, show me more. Let me know more. Give me a reason to keep playing. Except I don't like being one of those people that got to pick up a letter every 3 steps I take and read this letter and find out what happened here. That shit's boring. Just give me a cutscene. Let me see what happened. And that shit is starting to happen in the game. I feel like I'm getting close to the end because I think the game is no longer than 10 hours. And I think I'm probably at least 6 hours in or so. So I know Felice was playing it. I think she made it to the end. There was a glitch and she couldn't finish the game, but hopefully that shit doesn't happen to me. But the medium, I'll tell people like there's a lot. It's a solid 6 or 7 out of 10. But I think for the story itself, if you're someone that loves story, the medium is definitely a game to play. A lot of puzzle work in there, but it's nothing that there's 2 puzzles I got frustrated with so far, but I just went on YouTube and got past it. And the funny thing about it is when you go to YouTube to get past it, the person that's playing that part is also frustrated. Like they couldn't even find the shit either. But I just had to fast forward to when they finally found out what was going on because I wasn't going to play that long to find out. So I was like, let me just do this. But the game is all right, and nice little spooky story, nice little mystery going on, and I think it's gonna keep me intrigued till the end. On top of that, Yakuza Like a Dragon 2, trying to finish that game. I'm hoping I can finish these games within the next 2 weeks, and that I could give like a full blown retrospect on these fucking games. But that's all I had to talk about this week. Unless you had anything, anybody in the chat had any games that you guys playing that you might want me to talk about? Like you guys always like drop it in the chat, drop it in the comments on our Facebook page, Gamerish Network Facebook page. Please follow us there. Our Patreon is up now. We'll drop the link tree in the comments. We'll drop it everywhere so you guys could, if you could support us, you people are who we are here to do this all for. We appreciate everything you could do for us. James is here with me too. He supports us.
Where are you at now?
Huh? What?
How many are you at now?
Right now we only have 6 patrons. It's only been like 4 or 5 days, So some people just want to give us money. We have a link for that. If people just want to send us any amount and not have to pay monthly, we do. If you want to request that link from us, we could give you that link and all that stuff. But yeah, if you get on Patreon, one of the $12 subscription levels is being on part of a drink of the game. If you guys like what you're hearing, like what you're seeing, you part of that $12 Patreon level, I will hit you up and see if you want to come on the podcast. Also, because we're in Women's History Month, I'm contacting the ladies in our Discord and our Facebook network, Facebook Gamers Network pages to see if any lady gamers are out there that would love to be part of the Gamers podcast or Drink of the Game podcast and talk games. Like we are willing to do that this month. I want some more female voices out there. It'll be great to have you guys on.
I'm sure you can totally get my wife on.
Yeah. If Sarah wants to come on, like throw her on a pod. Like we don't mind having Sarah on, and
we'll get her on the other room next time
about the Sims. Yeah, she could tell us about the damn Sims and her time on that, and how she whoops your ass in Mario Kart, and how you're lying and telling us that you beat her. So she could give us all those damn stories.
I'll stream it for you too. Just to have fun.
But yes, people, we appreciate all the support. Didn't have too much to freaking talk about today, guys, and there's only 2 of us today, so we're gonna give you like a whole hour and a half. But I guess more people might listen because we ain't ranting as much today, But James, once again, man, thanks for supporting us. Thanks for joining me. And for all the people watching and listening, enjoy your drinks, enjoy your games. Peace out.